You're on mute.
Shit, that was.
In western Pennsylvania in the fall of 1791, 16 men disguised in women's clothing assaulted a tax collector named Robert Johnson. They tarred and feathered him, and the local deputy marshals seeking justice met similar fates. They were robbed, beaten, whipped, and flogged, tarred and feathered, and tied up and left for dead. The rebel farmers also adopted other protest methods from the Revolution and Shays' Rebellion, writing local petitions, erecting liberty poles, and for the next 2 years, not a single tax collector was found in the region. Hello, guys. This is Jody. I am your host, along with my buddy David Papayan and also Mao. And we're coming at you live from the bar. The bar is now open. Hello, guys.
Hey. Sorry, on my goofy virtual background. I hold up a glass and it's like
it's not there.
It's really just a sampling of everything on that wall. There you go. Look at that. That's cool. Okay. Yeah.
Good job,
how you guys doing?
Good job. You're not using a green cup.
That could be cool though.
It would be cool actually. Yeah. Fair enough.
We could try it. Yeah. What was I gonna say? What are y'all drinking tonight?
I am drinking. I'm also trying to share this on other pages, but I'm drinking Angel's Envy tonight. Just went with something kind of, I dig it. It's MPG. It's 86.6 proof. It has a nice taste. And honestly, for something that I can find pretty much anywhere, it is my go-to. For a go-to type of, I can find it anywhere. Like if I go into a local tavern and stuff of that nature. So anyhow, go ahead.
Gotcha.
Go ahead. Sorry, go on.
No. You go ahead. We're so polite, each of us. Sorry, go ahead.
I came out the pub. I had myself a small, and I'm just finishing that off, ready to crack on with a Woodford Reserve again.
Very nice, very nice. I'm sampling the new Riff Neat from, I guess, what was that, last week or whatever? This is the bottle that Jody bought me. So thank you again, Jody. Appreciate it.
Nice, I'm there for you, brother.
Nice, warm taste to it. I like it.
Did I see you post a photograph of a bottle of scotch earlier, Jody?
I posted the picture of David's scotch that he sent to me. Now, I'm not a scotch drinker.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the Aberfeldy.
The Aberfeldy, yeah. I thought that was on Jody's bar. I'm glad I was sitting down at the time.
I do on occasion have scotch. I have scotch right now. I'm just not a big fan of it. It has to be warmer outside. I have to sit there and want to have a cigar with it, but I'm allergic to smoke, so I don't like to drink smoke too many cigars and drink scotch. It's just, it has to go, to me, they have to go together. And it's just the way I roll.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it can be good with a cigar, but I don't know. There's just something about the scotch when I want, just something that's got, to me, it has more flavor than the other whiskeys. Like I'll just get more out of it. Not that others
depends on
great
region.
flavor to it. Yeah, that is definitely true too.
And
I'm no connoisseur by any stretch. I just know what I like when I drink it.
Now, I tell you, I do like the Japanese whiskeys.
You know what it is? I was just about to bring that up as well. Actually, I'm a big Suntory Yamazaki fan. I love Hibiki, Hibiki Harmony in particular.
Yep. Well, I love the story behind it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, before they started naming them, and they still had the actual ages on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
To get those bottles now, you're talking really, really silly money now.
Yep.
Yeah, I came real close when I picked up that Aberfeldy. I came real close to picking up like the Nika coffee grain whiskey that I hear talked about a lot. People seem to either love it or hate it. And I don't know, but I just had a hankering for scotch, so that's what I went with. So, spending some of that stimulus money or whatever they're calling it.
It's Trump's money.
It's my damn money. That's what it is.
I was just being facetious. Remember, we don't talk politics.
Taxes, right? Yeah, no politics.
But
see how long we can last.
We're not going to talk politics. Not going to happen.
I hear. I believe.
No, I'm telling you, we're not. But anyway, so hey, I got some ideas. So David and I were talking last night, and I'm looking at potentially bringing on. I've reached out to a couple of bands, local bands, that are really talented, and having a segment where they come on and they play. I mean, we've got to do some type of social distancing of some sort, but at the same time, letting them get their name out there because they're also experiencing the same thing we are, where you can't go and hang out with your buddies and this, that, whatever. They can't even do their livelihood. And so I'm thinking about having some bands.
You can't play in local bars, so why not play in a virtual one?
Yeah, that's exactly my thought process on it. Yeah. And have a couple of the bands come on. I reached out, like I said, to a couple of them within the last 24 hours. One has already responded back, and they have shown interest. They're not ready this week, but maybe by Monday, Wednesday of next week they might be. And I asked them if they would send me some virtual pictures of them playing and stuff like that so I can put it into the promo and all that. Speaking of which, people who are watching this, that, and whatever that want to be part of the show, one, just push the Zoom thing and join the show. All right? We're all pretty cool cats. We're just sitting around here just having a drink with our buddies. I was hoping that one of my friends from Guatemala was going to join tonight. He reached out to me today, but haven't seen him yet on here. Zach did reach out to me and said he'd be a few minutes late. But anyway, not only that, I want to try to do another of the spooky type of promo and maybe using the exact same type of theme. But I wanted to, of course, I'm going to change the storyboard and all, but I want to see if we can add, I don't know, some crazy pictures. I mean, let's have fun. Let's bring in some scary pictures of ourselves, not like of, I mean, I can Google search scary pictures and find whatever I want. I'd rather have it of the partitioners, people who are involved.
Sharon and I were in Mexico last for Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, I did that with Tamara. That was a good time.
Yeah, we've got some photos. We done Halloween on Fifth Avenue, and we were painted up to shit, wearing stupid. I had a fucking top hat on with flowers in, and half my face painted.
Oh, I need to see that.
It's on Facebook, dude. Have a look.
Cool. Yeah, I'll whatever, stalk your profile or whatever and find But Zach, you look a little bit scared. You all right
there? And then he just disappears.
See, we're that good. We get the one guy to show up and he runs the
One more time, what'd you say?
The cellmate stole his hat.
Yeah, he's the only one with a hat. Well, no, you don't have a hat on anymore. You had one on earlier. Actually, I like your hat, by the way, Mal. That's a pretty cool hat. He's having some connectivity issues.
He's having some kind of issue there, yeah. Hopefully we'll get him.
It's number 3 of the B-boy hats that I've got. I've got a shitload of trucker caps and all that sort of stuff. I've got a bowler, and I've got loads of trilbies and pork pie hats. But I like my B-boy hats. But it was basically off the back of one of your buddies, David, on one of your posts. He was giving you a hard time about wearing the hats.
Oh yeah, so I thought, Drew. Yeah, Drew. It's his favorite pastime. He likes.
Fuck him! I'm putting one of my B-boys on.
There you go.
Zach, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well.
Hey, doing all right. How are you doing?
Yeah, he's froze up again.
Yeah, he's kind of off and on again.
I'm using my cell, the internet went down in our neighborhood, so I'm using my cell connection.
That's working very well.
No 5G in your area, yeah.
Did you ever beat your kids in rock, paper, scissors?
No. I mean, it's a nightly deal. So sometimes they do, but usually they figure out how to beat me. Yeah,
I mean, it's a pretty simplistic game. I mean, A lot of brain cells firing there.
I think that's why they put me in goal, and I've been the goalie my whole
I thought they usually put people in goal because they couldn't skate as well as everybody else. But I've watched Pecorini play for many years, and he's a fabulous skater.
Oh yeah, that's a myth. All the goalies I train, we focus more on skating. Usually, if somebody says I want to play goalie, I tell them to wait. Wait 3, 6, sometimes even a year. And just focus on skating, learning how to do that, and figuring out your edges, and there's a science behind it though.
Yeah, I can imagine you have to. I don't know anything about hockey really, but I would imagine to be a goalie, you don't just stand there in the goal, right? You have to be really agile. Like you have to be really fast to get the puck, or it's all on you. When you miss something you should have caught or deflected out, right? Like, I wouldn't want that pressure. I want to be one of those assholes out, in the middle of the rink, just throwing elbows. Like, I don't want to be the guy responsible for letting them score, right?
Yeah, no, it's a tough thing. And I totally don't have the mentality for it. I've had to train myself to forget about things and just kind of move on. But even in the NHL, the average goalie is at least 6'3", and they still are moving just tremendously. I think it was the goalie for the Montreal Canadiens burns 4,000 calories a game or something like that.
God, it's crazy.
It's a lot of layers to have on as well. So he's sweating profusely. Plus, you've got a lot of movement to do in such a small area, and it's got to be controlled. So
they don't get a break either. They are. They're going the whole time. I think I would make a great defenseman though, with my size. I mean, except for the whole thing of the quality of being able to skate. That part I'm still lacking. But outside of that, I think I'd make a great defenseman. Get in there.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'9".
The biggest thing is it's kind of like football. You play defense in football. You got to be able to hold your ground and push people around. And skating is obviously a part of it too. But a big part of defense is good.
Except for the skating component, I've got that down. I could absolutely hold my own and push people around.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no doubt. So you might be on something.
So except for now, I got to skate, or play hockey, you're ready.
Yeah, I understand the rules. I've got it down. I can tell you everything about it. Right. And I can skate. I'm kind of being somewhat facetious, but I am nowhere ready to even play in a beer league right now. I'm like Happy Gilmore.
You've seen the Mighty. Well, okay, you've seen Happy Gilmore. You've seen the Mighty Ducks. All you need is a little bit of Disney magic, and you'll be skating in no time.
I like the fact that he's freezing up when he's talking, so you only see him have a straight face, and then all of a sudden he says something. That was great.
Either the Mighty Ducks or I, Tonya, one of the two, and I don't know which one I can see Jody in, to be totally honest with you.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Either the Mighty Ducks or I, Tonya, and I don't know which one I can see you in, dude.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not a Mighty Duck by any means. Matter of fact, I don't even like the Ducks because they're in the Western Conference. But I do want to ask you, Zach. It does look like they're going to bring back hockey. It looks like this year. It looks like it's either going to be June or July, is what I just read. Then the draft is in June. I don't know if we're going to move it. I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like the logistics are still kind of out there.
Yep. What's that? Sorry, Mel. What was that?
So, no, just very, very quickly, dude. I didn't want to cut you off there. Sorry, man. I was just going to say, after you left the call last time, I did find out during the call what my local hockey team's called. It's the Newcastle Vipers.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, you were holding the phone up to your ear, because I was wondering if we were filming a sequel to the Blair Witch Project or something. I'm waiting for the nose drip, Sorry, man. I give you such a hard time. There's no cause for it.
Jody, for the next promo. Jody, for the next promo, it's got to be the Blair Whiskey Project.
The Blair Whiskey Project. All right, it's noted. Noted. Hey, so with that being said, I want to hear Zach's rendition of hockey coming back. But before you respond, Zach, I need you to send me a picture, though, of you up close to the phone like that. Hey, there's the kid.
There you go.
Yeah, this is my son, Emmett.
Hey, Emmett, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, buddy, you should probably roll out of here. There's going to be some bad words.
Yeah. So now we can do like a. That's a good call.
I'll have you know, I have not said not one bad word.
No, that's cool.
That's why I'm here. I'll make up.
Look, he's got the attention span of a 6-year-old, so he doesn't care. We were talking about hockey. Oh, I can't hear much. I've been doing construction for the last week, pretty much all day, and it's loud. I can't hear very well right now. So, Jody, you wanted to hear about hockey, though, huh?
Yeah.
All right. And I lost the video, but if you can still hear me.
We can hear you well. There you are again.
Right,
cool. Yeah. In and out. So this is entertaining. It's like, what's going to happen next?
Yeah. It's kind of like a midget at a urinal. You really got to stay on your toes. That's the joke for the day. Or wait, is it little people? I don't know.
Yeah, you just offended like 0.078% of the population of the United States. His name is Zach, by the way, if y'all want to go after him.
So, originally the draft and a lot of the hockey-related stuff was supposed to be in June. That all got postponed. What I'm hearing is that the NHL is looking for neutral sites to basically have an abbreviated playoffs, and that'll happen sometime in maybe July, maybe August. And then they're going to roll right into all the rest of the stuff that they do with preseason, and they will eventually have a draft and a combine and things like that. And then the season will start again in September or October. So there's really not going to be much of a break, is kind of what I'm predicting. If they go ahead and do this, and obviously this is assuming that life kind of returns to normal as we know it. Fingers crossed that happens. We might do some playoff hockey this year. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm not saying it's skeptical because I know that the NHL is a business and they're losing out on a lot of money. But I think it could happen. So we'll see.
Very cool. Very cool. I love hockey. I'm a lot like you when it comes to hockey. It's by far my favorite sport to watch and to attend. And I find the skill that these guys have is to be unbelievable. All right. But after it's been gone for 8 weeks, I guess now, I'm more at the point of saying, hey, look, how about we just go ahead and just end it for this year?
Sorry, one of my kids.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to shush.
No. I don't know if the other guys on the call know. I have a whole army of kids, and they're all very young. And for whatever reason, they must have had a lot of sugar today because they're all really hyper.
You don't have them out in the garage rollerblading?
No, they're getting ready for bed now. My youngest daughter is the princess of the town that we live in. She's the every town. Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys don't see that. We have town royalty here, and they're the ones who are in all the parades and stuff. And some of the other princesses just came over, and I was thankful to get out of the rest of the house because it gets loud and sparkly and stuff. But she's in the room now. I'm trying to get her to go away. Go away, or I'm going to hide the cat. Jody, you were talking about hockey, and you were saying something about how maybe you're just better off cutting their losses at this point.
I honestly think where we're at currently, and I think you could set up the draft based upon the standings and stuff, except for the lottery picks. I think you could do it based upon that. Not really sure how you would do the lottery aspects of it, but let's just say we went with the way the standings are. I mean, we all know Detroit is going to need the players more than anybody else. I would say at that point, it's kind of abbreviated season, and also keeps the well-being and health of everybody else might be the most advantageous approach. It's just an opinion. I mean, it's a business. You're right. It's a business, and I would love to see it. I mean, I'd love it, and I would love to see it out there, but I just don't know. I mean, if they're going to play it on neutral sites and not allow anybody to attend, is that really what we pay for as hockey fans?
I don't know enough about the attendance to speak to that element. The neutral sites are still like there's an arena in Fargo that the local college team plays at, and it's one of the nicest venues around. Logistically, I think you kind of nailed it. You know, they're still sorting out a lot of the detail. One thing that comes to mind, I don't remember, it was 5, 6, 7 years ago when we had the lockout, and we had an abbreviated season then. We only had like a 30-game season. It was still better than nothing.
How many games are normally in a season?
I think there's around 50 or 60 because
no, it's 82.
Yeah, you're right. Holy cow, it's 82.
That's what I said all along.
40 and 30. I don't know. I mean, obviously, an abbreviated season would be better than nothing. At a certain point, though, you're probably right. They are better off just cutting off the losses and getting ready for the next year.
It sure seems like to me, and again, I'm not really a big aficionado of any kind of sports ball, but it seems to me that like both baseball and hockey, they work a lot harder than the NFL. Like in terms of their season, like the number of games that they have, they're
162.
They're doing damn double headers and all this other stuff. Like they're out there just like all damn day kind of thing, like day in day out. And then it's like what 16 games or whatever for NFL.
I don't want to knock NFL players. I mean, those guys are running at
I know I know everyone trains hard. I'm not trying to be
and then they're hitting each other, like launching themselves into one another. So to me it's very barbaric, a lot like hockey. The only thing I don't like about the NFL is I hate no I'm not getting that way. It's the dancing and the celebrations and stuff. I don't understand that.
Oh, the showboating shit?
Yeah, you score a touchdown, just hand the ball off to the ref and move on. That's my style. I'm not saying that's ideal for everybody. I'm just telling you that's what I like. So I don't know.
No shapoopy.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't get the reference. He gets the reference. It's from Family Guy, where Peter Griffin he plays for the New England Patriots and he scores and they like do like a musical number when he gets the touchdown.
Oh yeah, I've seen that episode.
Like a 2.5-minute touchdown dance.
Isn't that like what all of them are?
By the way,
well,
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right, Jody. I don't know. I think the NFL has kind of nerfed itself in some ways these days.
I mean, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right or wrong with it. I'm just saying, I am not entertained by a bunch of I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman and you pick up a fumble and you score a touchdown, absolutely celebrate. Like you've never celebrated before because you probably won't get there again. But if you're a running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, it's kind of your job to get in the to get a touchdown. There's absolutely nothing to celebrate. Unless it's the last game of the season, Super Bowl, and you're winning the Super Bowl. That would make sense. Celebrate at that point. I just don't get it. That's just my
continued employment. Like if you don't put up the numbers, you go, right? I don't know.
I mean, I get the aspect that it's entertainment. I get that, and I guess some people are entertained by that. I'm just not one of them. I like LaDainian Tomlinson's way of scoring a touchdown. He would score a touchdown and immediately hand the ball over to the ref and move on. That seems like most advantageous for everybody because he knows he's going back.
He's all business. That's cool.
It's efficient.
Well, and he was efficient. He's like Barry Sanders, same way. There wasn't any reason to dance about it. He's like, I'm coming back this game. I'm going to do it again.
Why waste time?
But in the same aspect, like in baseball, which is my favorite sport, as much as I love baseball and this, that, and whatever, if my team is getting the walk-off home run and they do a bat flip, which is so inappropriate and ethically wrong in baseball. I'm over there like, yes, flip that bat, you know? So, I mean, I am a little bit disingenuous with my biases when it comes to that, you know, but just trying to be transparent.
So Jody, remind me, what team is that, your team?
Well, my team sucks when it comes to baseball, and that's the Padres.
Okay, all right. I figured it was the Padres. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't
on track. It's tattooed right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I would never get a sports team tattooed on me.
Well, it's not just that. It's also San Diego. I mean.
Well, sure.
But I do love the Padres. Padres are my favorite team, and Tony Gwynn's my favorite ball player of all time.
I told you I got a cousin that lives out there.
No, you never told me that.
Yeah, same last name.
Oh, and hey, by the way, I did some research, Zach, on the whole coyote thing that you were talking about the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on where you're at, it is definitely pragmatic that it was a coyote. Coyotes, though, are very scarce. So, like, they're almost like what they call it, like almost like feral dogs. They're not. They're their own species, but they're kind of like that. So they're skittish. They don't want to be around people, around things like that. So it's if you were in a somewhat populated area, it's more unlikely. But then I say that, and they took a picture today on Animal Day or Earth Day or whatever today is, and there was a coyote underneath the bridge drinking or playing in the water underneath the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. So I don't want to tell you that's not what it is. It's more pragmatic that it was a mountain lion. But I just want to tell you I did some research on that. They could be there, but they're just, it is what it is. See, this is like true bar conversation. We're talking about random stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Speaking of what day it is, I mean, for you guys, it's still Earth Day 22nd, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know it was Earth Day.
For me, it is, for me, it is the 23rd of April, which is St. George's Day, which is our patron saint of England. So it's St. George's Day.
Are you Catholic?
I would like to take something. Sorry?
Are you Catholic?
I'm not religious at all, dude, to be honest with you, but it's just a celebration over here.
Okay. Well.
Just like St. Paddy's Day in Ireland, this is St. George's Day in England. There is a glass of St. George.
I'm like,
it's like aliens.
Yeah, I know, right?
An invisible glass, but
yeah, it's my Predator glass.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome. That's bringing back a blast from the past, The Predator. That movie is that's almost what it's called, Tiger King crazy, The Predator. Like, it's so insane.
It's still my number one movie, dude.
What is?
Is it true? Let me ask a movie trivia question, because I was told this and I've never verified it. That was Jean-Claude Van Damme was actually the Predator in the first Predator.
The original Predator, yes.
Was he? Yeah. Really? That's crazy. Cool.
I just learned something, and I don't know if it's been verified, but I just learned something tonight. I did not know that.
It's his favorite movie. I'm willing to
verify. It's absolutely hilarious. He looks ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
It's like a proper like foam alien suit.
Yeah,
It looks absolutely. It looks nothing like the Predator you see in movies. But the original actor that played Predator in the suit, yes, you're right, was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's crazy. Love it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because other than that, he was doing just like the bet. Well,
now see, that doesn't say. That's not what the Googler says. The Googler does not say that. It says it was Kevin Hall. And then it was in Alien versus Predator. It was Ian White, and then
Kevin Hall in the original one made it a film, but pre-production before they started shooting the original Predator, before it made production, like very very early days before they started shooting properly.
I did find that. I did find there's a video online of. It says watch Jean-Claude Van Damme play a terrible version of the Predator in the original Predator. So who was then changed. He lost his job to Kevin Hall.
Yeah. So Kevin Hall, who played the Predator, was a dancer, black guy dancer, who just moved spectacularly on screen, even with the heavy suit on. But just to make
I don't remember all the dance moves in that movie.
It's just the way he moved in the suit, you know.
Oh, I get it.
I think I recall him like pirouetting or whatever you call it.
It was.
I recall a few of those. He was very, you know.
It was a pas de bourrée actually, but no. In all seriousness, to make it up for the fact that he was credited as the Predator, but you never actually saw him on screen, they gave him a part as himself, well, not as himself, but as a human. And right at the very end, when Schwarzenegger's picked up by the chopper, and the Predator sets off his self-destruct mechanism, whatever.
Yeah.
The chopper pilot looks out the window and goes, "What the fuck?" That's Kevin Hall. That's the Predator.
Cool.
Hey,
there you go.
All kinds of Predator knowledge that I honestly didn't care about prior tonight.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
just get here for watching Predator.
What did he say?
He was telling his wife he's going to watch Predator.
I know. I was yelling for my kids to get in here so we could all watch Predator.
And like Danny Glover was in the second one. Like he does not belong in a Predator movie, but like, my favorite. I loved Alien versus Predator for as goofy, campy as that is. Like I have a
Predator skull in the.
It was everything. It was everything it needed to be. Nice. Let me ask you, what do you think of Prometheus? Was it Prometheus?
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know if it's intended as like a prequel or
it's like a prequel sort of thing, yeah.
To Alien, yeah.
Well, when the Will and Utali first go out to deep space, yeah.
Yeah, and they find the egg, the face hugger things that come out of the eggs.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, I was entertained by it. Like this is the kind of thing when it's 2 a.m. and you can't sleep and you put it on. It's that or like Olympus has fallen again or something like that.
Yeah, either that or join a Barcast and drink whiskey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. It is after there.
Oh, it's not. It's between 1 and 2, but yeah.
Wow. That would be.
I'm a bit of a movie geek, so yeah, crack on.
Oh, that's good. What are they doing with the series then? Are they moving on with anything, or do you know?
There you go. I didn't hear that.
Oh, are you there? Sorry.
I didn't hear that at all.
He was saying, "What are you doing? What are they doing with the series? If you know of anything upcoming."
Oh, I've got absolutely no idea. I've no idea at all.
Seems like the kind of thing they'll be dormant for a while, and then they'll try another reboot kind of
thing.
Yeah,
but Arnold Schwarzenegger's like 4,000 years old now.
Yeah, he won't be in it. He won't be in it.
He's still a fucking Terminator, though, isn't
he? I need to see the last one that came out.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anyone since the one that came out in the 90s, I guess, with the kid in it.
Edward Furlong. Yeah,
the John Connor kid and the Terminator. Who are you talking about? Two is still the best that ever was. It was there's no topping it. Yeah. Although I did like Terminator Salvation. I was actually quite entertained. Yes, and they did like that. You had to fight I guess the new Terminator had to fight the old Terminator, which is just a recast of like a CG young Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, and it was so look at him. I was like, this is cool.
Have any of you guys seen 1917?
Yes.
I have not seen it, so don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything about it. I know we win the war, but don't tell me anything about it. I just want to watch it.
No spoilers.
I saw it in theaters. It is haunting.
Yeah, I heard that.
The quality of the cinematography.
I heard it was taken like on a one reel, like it's
like a continuous shot.
Yeah, my son was telling me that he's really into film and stuff.
It's actually made to look like that, but it's not. Technically, it's not, but it's made to look like that.
Yeah,
it has very much that impression kind of thing. Yeah, and it just follows not necessarily the action, because there's action moments, but a lot of it is just setting and mood and the things that you would have seen during the First World War, on the front.
I have seen the
totally wild.
I have seen the new
phenomenal
Midway, which was fabulous.
I wanted to see that.
I seen that in the theater. Me and my son went and seen that, and it was awesome.
Man, I miss going to the movies.
Like The Last Stand
this whole Rona thing has me down.
Jason said, "I like The Last Stand" when Arnie came back to acting. I don't remember that movie.
That was good, man. Yeah. Was it? He was the sheriff of his old town or something like that.
No, that's Walking Tall, wasn't it?
No. That was The Rock in Walking Tall.
Oh, that was The Rock in Walking Tall, yes.
Yeah, no, he was a sheriff though. Yeah, it was like there was some kind of I don't know the damn plot, but it was basically bad guys were coming to town, and he was a sheriff of this little town, like somewhere out in the west, and wasn't gonna have it, and there was basically lots of shooting, is my understanding.
As much as it's quite like corny as hell and all the rest of it. It's touching. It's got a heartfelt story and all the rest of it. So don't shoot me down for saying it's corny, but as a movie, Collateral Damage was all right. I didn't mind.
I did see that one. I'm more of I love westerns. Like that's my thing. I love Outlaw Josie Wells, one of my favorite movies of all time. And I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's on Netflix. The Hateful Eight. Have you ever seen that?
Yes. Oh my god,
dude, it's Quentin Tarantino movie, so it's really good.
I love Tarantino anyway, but it's so it's.
See, he said Johnny Knoxville was in it too. I thought Johnny Knoxville was in Walking Tall.
Yeah, he was.
I wonder if he has his movies mixed up. Jason, do you have your movies mixed up?
No. Yeah, Walking Tall was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where I remember Johnny Knoxville being in Walking Tall with The Rock, and he was a police officer.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I ever since Commando, I was like, I gotta turn you off, dude. This is not how military is.
Commando was fucking awesome, man.
No.
The thing that really undercut Arnold for me was, and you won't know this reference. Actually, you might know him as a lifter rather than as an actor. But from Game of Thrones, the guy who plays the Mountain.
Yeah,
that Thor. Half Thor Bjornsson guy
Thor.
Was a giant Icelandic, Viking dude.
World's Strongest Man.
I think. Well, he I think it was a year ago or so. Like I used to follow him. He actually lost really bad in some competition.
No, he won this year. I just watched it.
Well, good. I'm glad he came back. But,
no, he's won the last two in a row.
Okay, well, good. I'm happy for it because I really used to follow him, but I saw it. There was a photo op. And it was Arnold shaking hands with Bjornsson, and Arnold was just utterly dwarfed by the size of this dude. That guy, I mean, casting him as the Mountain in Game of Thrones was perfect. And Jody, you won't understand the reference from the book or the show, but he's basically a gigantic knight that is just completely brutalizes people that he fights. And is extraordinarily intimidating because of that. He's the fucking Mountain. When he comes, he's just gonna kill everything in his wake, kind of thing.
Right.
And ask this guy to be him, and it's perfect. He barely talks, when he talks at all, and I won't ruin the plot or anything. But it's just really, really impressive.
His sword is the size of you, dude.
And of course, Bjornsson as a human being is a big teddy bear. He's the nicest guy. If you ever follow him on Facebook or anything like that, because when you are a literal damn Mountain, you don't have to be mean to anybody. You don't have to fight.
His wife is the smallest person I've ever seen, and she may not be all that small.
She just looks that way.
And they're pregnant right now too. They're expecting. I do a lot of strongman workouts with the Atlas Stones and all that stuff, and so I follow a lot of Thor and Brian Shaw, Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall is probably one of the funniest people you'll ever watch in your entire life.
He's fucking awesome, dude.
And Robert Orson and stuff. They're all hilarious. And they actually had a show on the History Channel at one time, History of the World's Strongest Men.
Strongest Men in History.
Yeah, and what they would do is they would go around and they would do these strongest feats wherever they were but it was from some type of historical aspect, like what strongmen did back in the pre-1900s and, turn of the century, England and all this stuff. It was absolutely fantastically done. I loved it. Fabulous. But I'm really into all that. Like,
I'm having a sad moment.
Oh no, out of the Woodford.
Guess you have to go move to something else now.
Looks like you've got like 4 different varieties of Jack on tap there, kind of like in the back. I thought that was a pretty cool setup.
There's 2 empty, one honey, one fire. The other 2 are empty. That's no good. But I'm all right here.
I'm all right here.
Isn't it bad that I have no idea what that stuff is?
No, because you'll live longer than all of us probably.
Mm.
I mean, I can read the labels and stuff, but
well, I can see Guinness back there. There's a bunch of Jack. I'm guessing that's some kind of tequila in the Day of the Dead looking.
It's actual Patron.
Oh, it's Patron. Okay. Well,
actual Patron.
Which is tequila. So, seeing Evan Williams. I'm seeing
Buffalo.
Oh yeah, Buffalo.
Buffalo Trace is good. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, so Jason is real quick. Jason is correct. Johnny Knoxville did play in The Last Stand.
Well, there you go.
And it's essentially the same type of plot as, from what I gather, is Walking Tall.
It is, yeah.
But I will tell you, I've never seen it.
Have you seen The Magnificent Seven?
Yes. I love that show.
That was entertaining. I like the original.
I was going to say I like the original better with Steve McQueen. Yeah. I'm a huge Steve McQueen fan.
That's a Western take on, what is it, The Seven Samurai? Which is, I can't remember. Is it, I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm not even gonna try it. But there was sort of more famous Japanese director that did a lot of like samurai type films in like the 70s and 80s, I want to say. Kurosawa or something like that. So anyway, and that's really good, entertaining. And it kind of follows the same motif. It's just, East versus West, and one's as fascinated with the other. But yeah, I always like spaghetti westerns too. Like, I think probably my favorite all time would be High Plains Drifter.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Clint Eastwood. Just love it. The whole Welcome to Hell thing. It resonates with me.
Yeah, Back to the Future 3 is my favorite one.
You know what? I'll give you that. It counts. It absolutely counts.
I'm taking the piss. It is a good movie, though. Don't get me wrong. I love the Back to the Future movies, but yeah, I'm taking the piss.
That was good.
So what about John Wayne? Who is like? Did you guys watch any John Wayne growing up or anything of that nature?
A little bit, but like not my guy, really.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just too. I don't know. Like, I don't know. He just didn't
get off your horse and drink your milk. I used to love the way he could roll a cigarette with one hand while he was riding a fucking horse, man. I wish I still smoked so I could learn how to do that. But other than that, yeah.
Well, there's a few I don't miss. Stagecoach is one of my. If it's on, I'm going to stay up and watch it. The Red River is another one that I love, and I'm going to stay up and watch it if it comes on late or whatever. It's almost like Tora, which is not a John Wayne movie. If it comes on at any time, I am going to watch it. I don't know why. It just comes from that. I think a lot of it has to do with my father. My father was really into Westerns, reading Louis Lamar, Western books, and all of that. And I mean, as well, at least one of you guys know, I have a Colt 45, old timey, single action cowboy pistol. And, so I'm really into that whole cowboy scene. I don't know if it's as you get older, you start to appreciate things like that. Because if you'd asked me back in the 90s, I'd been like, dude, I think cowboy movies are stupid. But it might have been because my father was always into them, But like the Green Beret, a movie that he did back in the 60s, which was fabulous. And I forget the one, it might have been True Grit that he did right after he already had cancer. I can't remember if that was his last movie or not, but let me look and Google search it. No, The Shootist. That's the one I'm thinking of. Was his last movie he did, and he was already like late stages cancer when he was doing that movie. Died within months.
One name that really springs to mind when you start talking about stuff like this, and it's believe it or not, my grandmother. And I can still picture this guy on a horse in at least 3 or 4 movies, but I couldn't tell you the names of the movies that I'm picturing in my mind. But it's Lee Van Cleef.
Say the name again.
Lee Van Cleef.
Oh yeah,
familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm useless.
Lee Van Cleef.
Yeah, he was in a shit ton of those movies, and I loved absolutely every one of them because my grandmother was a massive fan.
Hold on, so I'm gonna Google search him. Lee.
Cleef. Van Cleef. Usually played the bad guy.
Say it again.
Usually played the bad guy, I think.
Oh,
if I remember right.
He was also.
Want to see what IMDb has to say about it?
He's in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Okay.
He played in a bunch of movies with Clint Eastwood. He died young too. Yeah. He's a villain in everything he played. He died at 64.
Always wore black. Always.
Yeah.
Always wore black.
He was in Escape from New York.
That's a great.
In the original.
That's the image. Yes.
Yeah, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Oh, that is a great one too. For a few dollars more.
That's the one name that really resonates when you guys start talking about these movies.
Well, he's had a few spouses though. Just want to point that out.
Might have attributed to his early demise. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, he was married to one from 76 to 89, another one from 60 to 74, and then another one from 43 to 60. I mean, he stayed with them all pretty good lengthy time.
Good college try.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's been in a bunch of these. Yeah. Pretty much all the spaghetti westerns. Like typecast villain.
He was a major feature, David. Yeah, he was a major feature.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of? I don't know if everybody saw the remake of 3:10 to Yuma.
I have not seen it.
Anybody see that? It was Russell Crowe, and I can't remember who all else was in it, but there was Christian Bale.
I can't even remember Russell Crowe in it.
There was a guy who was like contracted to take. Russell Crowe was like the bad guy gang leader, and he was like basically not fighting for his freedom. He was supposed to be escorted by train to a prison where he was going to be executed later. And it was somebody, basically some poor bastard, right, who was kind of on his last legs, was contracted to be the guy to escort him, and he had to fight off Russell Crowe's gang to get him on the train. It ended up being, I thought that the remake was really entertaining. I have not seen the original, but it made me want to see it.
Well, the original had Henry Fonda in it. Who is another. Did you know that Henry Fonda was a B-52 pilot and major? I think it was him. No, wrong guy. The guy from this is my dad. If he was here, he would kill me for this, not knowing it. But it's the guy from the one about the Christmas Story where he wishes he wasn't born. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. You know who I'm talking about?
A Wonderful Life.
Yeah, Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
Who is that?
Man, how do you mess that up? Ugh.
I know. But what's that guy's name?
Which one?
The main character.
Not James Cagney, is it?
No.
No. It's fucking. Oh Jesus. Oh fucking hell, man! I love that movie as well.
James Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jim Stewart.
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah. Anyway, he was the one who was
Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a B-52 pilot in World War II. He was a major. He ended up retiring from the military as well. Little did you know.
I knew it was a Jimmy. That's fucked up with my head that way.
Do you believe this or not? Jimmy Stewart was a voice actor in Fievel Goes West, an American Tale.
Dude, this is true. This is truly bar talk right here.
Here's a trivia question: who was the guy from the Believe It or Not show?
That was Believe It or Not, walking on air.
Not that. Here's this strange happenings that used to come on like Sci-Fi Channel in the 90s.
That's the dude
Ripley's Believe It or Not thing. Yeah, and it'd be like, here's this lady and her fingernails are 8 feet long, kind of thing. Like
we had a different one. We had Craig Charles from Red Dwarf. We didn't see your version of it.
I'm gonna hit the Googler on this as well because I need to know now.
Now I can't get that song out of my head. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. The guy that was from American Fool. Remember that show? It was back in the early '80s.
Can any of us mute Julie?
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, this is the point where I say, hey, who sings that? Yeah, okay. Why don't we keep it that way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying.
All right, man. I love you,
but fair enough.
That's bad. Dean Cain. That's what they're saying is the host for Ripley's. This is not. This must be like the OG. No. This isn't even that. This is like some kind of reboot.
I was gonna say because Dean Cain is a comedian.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not Talented Mr. Ripley either. Triple Threat. That is weird.
Hey, you guys can knock it. That was a great show back in the day.
Here it is. Jack Palance.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I had 2 cans of Bud Light before I came on. I'm pissing like a racehorse.
Yeah, that's basically what that's for. Yep. Yeah, Jack Valance. This guy. Isn't that wild to look at on the...
Have a guy Jason's wanting to join. I'm trying to tell him...
yeah, bring him on in.
I'm trying to. I'm going to see if it'll let me paste it right here. Maybe. I don't know if that's it or not. You know what I'll do? I'll just take this out, and I will copy it again. Copy the invitation, and put it right here. Boom. There we go. Boom.
I should invite my friend Haji on here.
Yeah, he just hit like on the page.
Yeah, Haji, he's I can't remember what branch he's in. He might have been Air Force. He's a helicopter pilot. He works in the private sector now mostly.
He's on the doing like Whiskey and Politics page.
Life flight stuff. Is he really?
Yeah.
It's like Haji Ivan. Like his profile picture is looks like Cookie Monster.
I don't know. I can tell you he just hit like just a few minutes ago. I can tell you what he looks like.
Anyway, yeah, he's a super cool guy. I've had him on the podcast before, and he's done some hangouts.
My dad.
With me. Very cool guy to talk to.
Yeah, it's Cookie Monster petting a dog.
Yeah, because he breeds dogs. It's like service dogs. They train and stuff. Really cool guy.
Yeah, I've never had any problems with him. We've had some disagreements, but we've always ended our conversations or our disagreements with that type of decor that you expect from everyone. So, but anyway, we're not talking about that nonsense.
Right. Yeah. No, it's cool. I'm just saying he's a cool dude. Yeah.
He seemed like a cool dude.
You got to talk to just about whatever, So.
Yeah. But
did you find the name of that guy while I was there?
Say it again.
Did you find that guy's name out while I was there?
I was talking about Jack Valance for the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Valance or Palance?
I thought it was Valent. Crap! I gotta look at
it. Jack Palance was an old timey actor.
It's Palance. Yeah, Palance. Yeah.
All right,
with a P. Yeah.
That was the guy who'd be like, "Believe it
or not." Hey, real quick, just to kind of get us on track here, because Mal, let me know when you're done. I'll go back to being the host of the show. All right, cool. Anyway.
Shit, dude.
Anyway, just so we have a time balance here, we did start a little bit late. That was mainly my problem. And we will extend by 10 minutes, but at 10 minutes, I do want to end it within an hour. That's what the goal is. All right? Fair enough?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. All good.
So, all right.
Yep. So, Now, hasn't it been because of Rona, like a bunch of movies came out and like went directly to streaming and things like that, like things that were going to be released.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're actually. I've read that they're actually doing better because they're charging the people who has been hurt is AMC and stuff like that because they're not getting as much of a profit. Their profit lines are not as, I should say, their margins are even lower because they're having to pay rent and stuff on these fixed costs.
Sure.
But they're not getting anything from popcorn sales and sodas and stuff like that. But they are charging a higher rate for the movie. At $20, I think it was $20, $19.99 or $29. Let's just say it's $29.99. Let's go with the high number. Because we've ordered, me and the kids ordered one a couple weeks ago, and honestly, $19.99 for a movie that I can watch. And you've been to my bar. That's a nice TV to watch it on. That was a nice luxury to watch one of the recently released movies.
Well, when you think about it, how many people get to watch that movie for $20 versus buying a ticket at $10 to $12 a ticket?
Right.
For 4 or 5
you
got there.
You've got your travel, your snacks, your drinks, and all that sort of stuff.
You're out. Yeah. There's a movie theater in my town in Murfreesboro. Don't get me wrong, it's super nice. Like all of the theater seats are lazy boys, and you could like sit back and recline and you get your food and stuff like that. But like, I mean, they'll charge like $18 for this giant pretzel thing, and like the food prices are outrageous. But like the theater itself is really nice and the seats are nice, so it's like, yeah, okay, I'm okay ponying up. Yeah, you can get out. You can get out of there and you've blown like $100 between tickets and food and all that stuff. Like it can definitely happen if you're bringing a few people with you. So $20, really not bad at all. If that's
I've got a lazy boy. I've got a lazy boy in my living room and a 120-inch projector.
So yeah, okay, all right.
That does. It's fine.
No, not everybody has that. Is all I'm saying.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And with the sound system and everything, there's some. Okay, so like some movies,
it is different. Yeah. No,
I don't care at all to wait for them to come out where I can watch them at home because I've got 65-inch television or whatever, and it's nice, and that's fine. But the big effects movies with the explosion, and you want the size of the screen and the sound and all that, yeah, and being able to do that, like it's really nice. And movie theaters, they have to have some kind of what do they call that, differential benefit of going there versus just waiting and watching it at home. And I think they bring that experience. I still don't like paying them prices, and if it's up to me, I usually don't. But like, that's part of it, I guess. If you're willing to.
What it is, I much prefer to go to the cinemas to watch that because it's an experience rather than sitting in your house and doing that. Even if you have got the setup or at least some of the setup, right. It's still. You still get more of an experience to go to the movies and watch it. So I'm with you. I'm just being facetious.
No, it's fine. But yeah, like take for example, and Jody, you haven't seen it yet, but 1917. Imagine, okay, you got your 120-inch projector, and you probably have some kind of sound bar or surround sound system, something like that. It's gonna be good. But then compare that to seeing it in like IMAX or something like that. Imagine exactly just. That. And the scenes I'm talking about. And I won't even just the emotional impact of experiencing all of that in a setting like that. You can't quite replicate unless you have just straight up fuck you money. Like, and not everyone has their own personal giant theater that's even bigger than a 120-inch screen kind of thing. Like that's what you said, projector. But still, Yeah, which I mean, good on you. Like I'd be watching stuff on that all the time if it was me. Like I feel you.
Well, that's how I watch Predator. Oh yeah, it's
definitely. You have to watch Predator that way. There's no other way.
Well, hold on a second.
Or a movie like that, no problem at all. Yeah, I personally prefer like all the new Star Wars movies because I'm a bit of a geek like that.
Oh, me too.
I'll go and watch them. I'll go and watch them. And I prefer to do it that way. Like I said, it's more of an experience than anything else. So yeah, I'm with you. I get you.
All right, so real quick, I was wanting to hear from Zach. What's your thoughts?
I need to know if are we talking about with or without kids?
You just You do it however you want to do it.
Good.
Okay. Without kids, man. Yeah, without kids. No.
Here's the problem.
Kids.
If I take my kids, I need to take out a small loan. I got to go to the bank first and ask for a mortgage to bring all my kids to the movie theater, just so we can watch The Grinch and get popcorn and share water.
And share water.
If I go by myself, then I feel like kind of a geek, and I'm going to a movie by myself, which I guess that's not the end of the world. But then I end up falling asleep. You put me in a dark room in a soft chair for an hour and a half, I'm not going to make it, right?
Yeah.
It's just I don't have that. Now live sports are completely different. Jody, don't take any offense to this, but I'll sell one of my kidneys to go to live sports and bring out my kids. We'll go to a Wild game.
Jody's like, I would. I would.
Is that how you got your last season?
We go to Wild games all the time, and I've had front row seats, and it's an experience. It's completely worth it. I would do it again. It's obviously it's more expensive, but I'd much rather go watch live sports and have that experience than watch a game on my couch where I'll fall asleep. So I don't know. It's your guys' mileage might vary for sure, but I'd much prefer live sports to a movie that I can just wait and see.
Totally understand.
So real quick, just so everyone can get the reference on the kidney, I only have one kidney. I donated my kidney to my mother back in 2013.
Yeah.
All right, so who magically just sent me a message right at the same time? Maybe she's watching this. Who knows? But anyway,
her ears are burning.
Yeah, but live sports. The family and I, we go to a crap load Preds games, and we generally have friends that have all lower level next to glass seats, and so we typically buy their seats, or we buy. I mean, fortunate thing is that I'm in a position where I can purchase good seats, whether it's just 2 of us or 5 of us or whatever. And now 5 is kind of hard to do. I will be completely transparent because most people want to sell in 2s, 4s, 6. They don't want to sell in 5s. It's hard to find those tickets. But I sat in the 300 section once, maybe twice, I don't know. And yes, they party like they're rock stars up there, and it's a good time. But that's not really my style. I like to be down by the glass where I can see what's going on. And going to a playoff game, so I think we've been to 5 playoff games or 6 playoff games in the last 3 years. And sitting down by the glass during the playoff games, and that building's just shaking, and it's this, that, and whatever, is absolutely awesome. Now, I'm a lot like Zach when it comes to movies and sports. Like, I'll go see a movie. Like, the kids, they're really into Star Wars and all that nonsense, and Marvel, and I get it, and I dig it. But if it was me, I could totally wait to see that on TV, like when it's released. Like I can purchase it on demand. That's my preference. Now, certain movies like Midway, Lone Survivor, American Sniper, and stuff like that, I did see in the theater. And of course, all the Star Wars because my kids. But it's just that's where I'm at. It's just not something that I would rather spend the money on sports than to go to a movie theater. Just my opinion. So I'm with Zach on that.
Jody, I just texted you a picture of me at the last Wild game we went to on the glass. They got a picture of me pulling on the glass after we.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
They take you into this club. You pay for glass level seats. They take you into this club, and it's all you can eat food and drinks. And you can eat whatever you want. You just can't take it outside of the club. And then you can walk to your seats from there. I mean, like I said, I would gladly pay money for something like that. It's a ton of fun. The food's good too, which is always good.
Yeah.
All right. So my mom is fostering a dog. I just want to show you this dog real quick. They allege it's some type of husky. All right. You guys know I love huskies. I have 2 little clique eyes and this, that, and whatever. What on God's earth is that?
That looks like what is that? Santa's Little Helper from The Simpsons.
Santa's Little Helper.
That's a
it's like an anemic like albino greyhound or something. I don't know what that is. I don't think that's a husky.
Dude, you know I've got a 100% purebred Siberian husky, and that looked like a fucking cat to me. Sorry.
Jody, did she get that husky off of Wish?
That was good. No, she's fostering the dog. That was good though. That was really good. That was the best joke yet. I mean, Zach always brings entertainment and comedy, but that was pretty good.
Hey, that was good.
I wish you would have told me that before I sent it back to her and just said that dog looks strange. I should have said, did you get that dog? Matter of fact, I'm going to still send it.
You can still say it. You can follow up.
Yeah, definitely. Shit, man.
I'm glad I don't get those adverts anymore on like Facebook or whatever. But like I used to get like the Wish app like advertisements and like the weirdest.
Right.
Is she gonna get that joke? You can't really see it. Okay, I can kind of see it. All right. There's a lot of glare, but
who cares?
Will she understand the reference?
It's funny.
It's funny. Hope she does. I hope she does. We're having a laugh at it anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's gonna. And if she watches, I'll get in trouble because she does watch them. She's like, "You guys, the first couple episodes, she's like, son, I didn't teach you to curse that much."
Purebred Siberian Husky, only 7 cents.
So, and by the way, you can sit there and make fun of my dog, but my dog has his own Instagram and he's trending. I can take him someplace and everybody wants to touch him.
I know your dog is more popular than I'll ever be. I totally understand.
No, I was talking.
Reason why?
What's that?
Are we still talking about your dog?
We are right now. Yeah, that wasn't my dog I showed you. That's the dog my mom's fostering.
I heard you take him every single time he's trending. Sounds like a dog, but I just want to make sure. It could be a cat. I don't know.
I think that's a cat, dude. Honestly, look, yeah.
You're telling me this right here looks like a cat?
No, not yours, dude. Not yours. The one that your mom's fostering.
No, that dog's like. She sent me a picture, and it's like in the.
It looks photoshopped.
This is in her sunroom. It's not a cat. It's a dog.
That is not a husky.
No, that's not a husky.
Call that a husky. She thinks it's a husky.
No, that's what they told her it was.
That's no.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm just telling you that's not what it is.
How did they get that past her though? Is what I want to know.
Because who knows? She really wants a dog. She just kept Winston, who is, if you want to see him right quick, I actually have an audience right now. This is real time. That's going on right there, right now.
I want to know what you're doing. What's Dad doing?
Yeah, he's my audience, and so that's real time going on right now. But anyway, she had kept Winston for a couple weeks. She kept him a couple weeks ago, right after the tornadoes in Tennessee. She kept Winston for like 12 days or so, roughly, and then she kept him again. He just came back this past Saturday or Sunday, because I went hunting on Saturday, so it was Sunday. She kept him till, and she loves Winston. Winston's a fun dog. I mean, and he's little and he's compact. He's got all this energy, and it just makes her. I mean, she doesn't have her husband anymore. I mean, he's deceased, and her dog that she had died last year, so she's kind of she just needs the companionship. She did send me back so. So my mom sent me, goes, she goes, no, I am fostering him from Proverbs 10:12 nonprofit. I think he's a Great Dane Labrador Husky mix. I don't think I'll be able to keep him. He is a lot. I let him in the yard. He saw a rabbit. No Winston. She was saying he's no Winston.
Winston and Murph, what the actual breeds? Sorry, what could it go?
I don't know where Nerf came from. It's Winston and Chief.
Little Chief Murphy. I'm calling him Murph.
Oh, you said Murph. I thought you said Nerf. Okay, I apologize. I'll take that slam back. I apologize.
Quite all right.
Little Chief Murphy and Winston are both they're both bred as Klikais. Extremely rare dog. They're mixed with Siberian Husky and Spitz to make them in that compact. I like the Brewer jersey shirt there. But yeah, that's how they get so small, and they are what they are.
Yes, right.
Hey, listen. So we're exactly 10 minutes past the hour, which would accumulate for our time that we lost in the beginning from operator error. We're learning every day. We're making this fun, and we're doing this live broadcast. All right. So real quick, Zach, you don't have to leave as soon as I say I'm going to end it. We'll leave all together here in a moment.
Hang out for the after show, yeah.
Well, we're not going to do We're not going to do that very long. We're just going to talk for a second because I do have to go. But anyway, guys, let me push everybody mute. It's been fun. This has been Jody, David, Mal, and Zach. I'm glad you were able to hang with us tonight and have a good time. We got to talk about some movies and some dogs and all kinds of other silly references. But anyway, we're doing this again next Monday. It's every Monday and Wednesday. If you send me pictures of some type of Halloween attire, I don't know, something that might be scary, this, that, and whatever, hockey goalie stuff or whatever, just send it to me in a